Nobody's talking about Rory three-peat. That's what is supposed to be the storyline this week. It's supposed to be about a Rory three-peat at the Canadian Open, and nobody cares about that. And Rory is now the face of the PGA Tour. He's the face of golf fans that are we're hoping for that the right thing. Man, is he not distracted? We're a betting network, so this is where it goes. I mean, he's the runaway favorite here. He's won it the last 2 times. Nobody else has won here since 2018. That's when DJ won. Do we fade Rory?
Yeah.
Golf has to be the last thing on his mind. Now there are some athletes in a situation like this where I would say, no, laser focus. He's gonna have that look in his eye where maybe you would back them. I would tend to look on the fade side.
Yeah, I think the same. I mean, that hashtag narrative with Rory is pretty much the only thing that has me interested in the RBC Canadian Open, just because I'm so curious to see how he responds. He is the favorite. He won it twice, like you said, and he was someone I was looking to fade even before. And then last week, it seemed like he was maybe starting to turn things around, and now all this blows up in his face. Oh, man. It's going to take a lot of strength to block all that out and perform well this weekend.
Exactly, Aaron. I was expecting to fade Rory as a plus 450 favorite already, with Tyrrell Hatton being second shortest at 11-1. So there's also already a massive drop off from first place to second place.
I'll be here open arms to welcome you all back. It's okay. That's fine. You had your little... You elope with Blake Snell for as long as you need. You're always coming back.
We can leave him on the list, but there's a price. It's like, what are you willing to pay to leave Blake Snell on the list? Is it, we discussed maybe like a Fu Manchu, like take a
all right. If Blake Snell is good in his next start, if it's 3 in a row, then we'll go mustache.
Without further ado, here is Jake Hassan.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Oh my God.
Oh my God. He's got a chew in as we speak.
Oh yeah, I look like a reliever from 1996, or the guy that works the mechanic shop attached to the gas station.
What did your friend say?
Well, my roommate actually wasn't home yesterday because he works for independent league baseball team in the suburbs. So he was working late last night, and I only have one roommate now. So I did send it to my best friend Luke, and he goes, actually, it looks kind of good. You should keep it.
Oh wow!
He said I should order a mechanic's shirt off Amazon and just wear that around unbuttoned with like a white
Your
tee.
name should be on your shirt at some point. You need to have Jake written somewhere on your attire at all times.
I look like I walk out of the mechanic shop with just like the dirtiest rag imaginable and just be like, so what seems to be the problem?
And a beer.
Today?
And a beer in your hand, yeah.
Like High Life or something. Yeah.
Oh, definitely
Yeah.
High Life. Nothing else.
Yeah.
This is so good. Dude, you should rock this summer. What are you thinking?
I think you would clean up.
Or it's like...
I think you would clean
My
up.
face feels so weird. It feels so bizarre. Like it was
Keep like in the bear spots.
I walked into the I'm just like touching my face all day. Like I walked in the bathroom this morning and like I jump scared myself in the mirror because I forgot. Like while I was asleep.
I've got to put this on my social media right now.
You're gonna walk into a bar and the music's gonna stop in the best way. You go over to Furwood Tap, bro.
The record screech.
Miami has been living and dying by the 3. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's not. And obviously they are going to be back home now. What are you expecting in terms of that?
Yeah, it's tough. I've kind of been waiting for the other shoe to drop on this team, at least with their three-point shooting, because of what they were like the 27th best three-point shooting team in the regular season, and now they're shooting just south of 40%. I mean, at this point, I think we have to say like they're in rhythm, and this is what the Miami Heat are. I don't know if it's going to decline when they come back home, and we see some of their shooters really thrive when they come back home too. Guys like Strauss, he averages 2 points more per game really sees his field goal percentage and his 3-point percentage spike when he comes back to Miami and gets to play in South Beach. So I don't know if we're going to see that drop off tonight. Miami obviously has to do a better job of closing out. I thought that was one thing that we saw from them, and Coach Malone talked about that. Their just lack of energy, whether that was just getting up in guys' shorts, communicating off of switches. A lot of guys got lost as Miami players took a step out to the 3-point line, and then they were just kind of a step behind on closeouts. They're a long team, and that should give them, a built-in benefit of defending the 3-point arc. They can always get a hand up in shooter's face, but Miami just outworked them and out-hustled them, and Denver looked like they kind of had rocks in their socks in the last game. Didn't really play with the same intensity and the same energy, and it really showed on just those. It's a matter of inches on those closeouts. Like, you have to anticipate, you've got to sprint to your man and get your hand up, and they just weren't doing that.
I mean, I love 4 seeds like to death. I've been a 4 seed my whole life, I like to say. But this Oral Roberts team, I've been a 4 seed my whole life. Used to losing a lot, the whole story, I could go on for an hour, but this Oral Roberts team is not a 4 seed. I know there's a 4 next to their name, but the amount of just elite arms that they have out of the bullpen and the freak athletes they have in the lineup, like, this is a team that if you put a 2 next to their name, nobody would question it. And they've won 22 straight games. Like, I know they dominated their conference because it's really weak, but we were seeing Randy Johnson come out of the bullpen, throwing mid-90s with a weird sidearm action. And then you get a closer that's 96 that has balls rising up and in to right-handed hitters. Like, this is a team that, like, not only could beat Oregon, like, they could really embarrass Oregon's team. Now, the thing with Oregon is they're hot as well. They're not really being talked about, but they went and swept through the Pac-12 tournament and swept through that Vanderbilt regional. So they've won a lot of games in a row too. And people, like, inside the college baseball community on the media side has been down on Oregon, probably halfway through the year because they lost, 2 of their best arms, and, like, their lineup was just really hit or miss. Like, they had a lot of weak spots there, but, like, they've gradually gotten better, and, like, they're playing like championship, caliber baseball, in my opinion. So it's really going to depend on, like, how Oregon's going to play on their home field with the pressure of hosting a super regional, because I think Oral Roberts will go out there with nothing to lose.